merupakan salah satu platform sosial media di dunia yang semakin bertumbuh dan berkembang sangat pesat. Di Indonesia ada lebih dari 100 juta lebih pengguna YouTube dan memberikan kontribusi sebanyak 24,7 pada sektor ekonomi di Indonesia. Dan bagaimana perkembangan YouTube di Indonesia dalam 10 tahun dan visi kedepannya, sudah hadir bersama saya Gautam Anand selaku Vice President dari YouTube Asia Pacific. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me here.
And reference. According to the data that I read a few times ago, that the numbers of social media, especially YouTube, reach almost 100 million users here in Indonesia and contribute almost 21.42% in April 2022. So how do you see the growth of the YouTube here in Indonesia?
Yeah, so we're celebrating 10 years of YouTube in Indonesia now since we launched, and the growth has been tremendous. It's one of our most exciting markets across the world. So if you look at channels that we have, over the last 3 years, we've grown the number of channels with over 1 million subscribers to over 1,000. In 2019, that number was close to 400.
Wow.
And then those large channels are inspiring a lot of other creators to create. And I'm really proud to say that today Indonesia has over 14,000 channels with over 100,000 subscribers. That's our silver button. So the creator growth has been tremendous. What's also really great to see is the diversity of content. Indonesia is a very diverse country, and we're seeing that representation. It's not just creators from the big metro cities, but from all over Indonesia that are creating amazing content across so many different genres. So the growth has been fantastic. And then with that, we've seen great user growth as well. And so today we're reaching over 100 million Indonesian users every month.
So talking about the tremendous numbers of the user as well. So how YouTube seeing the role of the platform here in Indonesia to giving any effect, especially for education, maybe to change the point of view of the people itself?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, just the economic impact that all of this activity is happening. Today with Oxford Economics, we released some numbers. In 2021, just 1 year, the impact that we've had on Indonesian GDP is over 7.5 trillion Indonesian rupiah. And we've also helped the creation of 200,000 jobs. So that's been incredible impact. And your question around what is the platform being used for? We say that responsibility is our number one priority. And so, it's not a platform anymore that people are just coming for entertainment, but they're coming to learn, to be educated, to be informed. Events like the election are extremely important. And we know we have one coming up here in 2024. And so, the role of the platform is increasingly becoming more and more important, especially when it comes to people seeking knowledge and information.
Yeah, talking about the next upcoming election, regarding your answer about this, how YouTube can prevent the polarization during the upcoming election, especially the content itself?
Yeah, so as you know, we have very robust policies around content, and we apply those policies regardless of the event. I think what we see our goal is to make sure that we are educating the public, that we are providing people the platform to be able to reach out and share their ideas and opinions with Indonesian voters and users so that they can make an informed decision. And then on top of that, we have, like I said, we have policies, we have frameworks to make sure that we are tackling misinformation. We talk about our 4 R's of responsibility, which is around removing content that violates our policies. And we have millions of videos that we remove, both with human reviewers and with technical classifiers. We're trying to raise up authoritative voices. So we worked with a lot of news organizations here to make sure that authoritative news content is being put in front of users. Recently, we've also done a lot of work around health content because of COVID, and it's an important topic. And then we also work on making sure that we reduce the spread of misinformation. So there's content that doesn't necessarily violate our policies, but we don't think that it's good for our users, and so we don't recommend it.
Yeah.
And then finally, rewarding good creators, right?
Yeah.
That's a big part of it. We have one of the largest partner programs in the world, and we're happy that many Indonesian creators are becoming small businesses and are able to contribute and have such an impact on the Indonesian economy.
Yeah. Talking about the content creator is definitely the sweetheart of the YouTube itself. So how can you improve their skill? Especially we have to talking about the content, giving a good education for the viewers as well, not only for the entertainment, but enlightenment, something different. How does YouTube do these kind of things?
Yeah, so we talked about creators today that are making amazing learning-related content. We work with Bisa on Academy Educator, and that's meant to actually skill people on learning content. In fact, over the last couple of years, they have trained more than 3,000 students and teachers on how to make good learning content on the platform. And so that's a big part of our mission. Is to make sure that YouTube is being used, because we know that people are turning to the platform for that. I think looking to the future, today we live in a multi-format world, right? People are on multiple devices, consuming different types of content on different surfaces. There's short form video that's become very popular. And we feel that the next generation of successful creators will be creators that embrace that multi-format. And they will understand how to make the right content for the right user at the right time. And some of it will be short form, some of it will be long form, some of it will be live, some of it will be podcasts. And so the combination of that, I think the successful creators of the future will embrace that and become very successful in figuring out the content, their content strategy based upon that.
Okay, talk about the content strategy and also the YouTube itself. What the strategy that YouTube do so far to be able to compete with other competitors?
Yeah. So look, I mean, we have been the home to the creator economy. Over the last 3 years, we paid over $50 billion to our partners, creators, media company, music industry. We're making monetization more accessible. So one of the biggest changes we made to our partner program in 15 years was the announcement that now Shorts creators will also be eligible for revenue share. We have also made our alternative monetization, fan funding products more accessible, so more creators can sign up and benefit from that as well. And so we're expanding the partner program. We're also investing a lot in just working and building communities, right? And so I talked about Educator Academy, but we've done workshops across 15 cities to get people to understand how YouTube Shorts works. We've done things like creator camps, YouTube Fan Fest, and those activities will continue. But I think it's really about making sure that people understand how to use multi-format and then making monetization more accessible to more of our partners.
This is interesting, talking about the tremendous number that you always emphasizing the numbers of users. How does YouTube's global, especially seeing Indonesia as a digital market?
Yeah. So, not only do we have a vibrant Indonesian creator and user community here, but as YouTube reaches over 2 billion people every day across the world. And so it's a tremendous opportunity for local creators, not just to promote, because Indonesia is such a diverse country, their content across Indonesia, but across the globe. And so we see great examples of creators that are actually starting to find success, reaching out international audiences.
Okay, last question is about the vision. Do you say that multiverse and then giving the monetize of the YouTube, meanwhile another time YouTube have to compete with other podcasts, TikTok as well? Do you have any vision about how YouTube in the other future time?
Yeah, we have to continue to be focused on making sure that we are providing the best experience to our users, the best tools, both from a creation and monetization standpoint for our creators, so that they continue to see YouTube as their home. Today we have amazing stories of creators that have been here for 10 plus years, since the beginning of YouTube's launch in Indonesia. So that's a very long career, right? And they're using that career to build their own businesses. They work very closely with brands. They are becoming increasingly more influential because of the fact that they have a very large, robust community of fans and followers here on YouTube. And that's what we need to continue to focus on, is just to make sure that YouTube continues to be their home.
Okay, YouTube continue to be their home, especially for the creator. Do you have any insight or giving any advices for any creator to be more creative, especially the diversity of condition in our country, Indonesia?
Yeah, I think today, in the panel, we talked about the importance of being authentic. I think that sticking to what you're passionate about is the most critical thing. And then being authentic with your fans and users, and just sharing your creativity, your ideas in a very authentic way. And then the rest take care of itself.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gautam, for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
And reference. Thank you for the time. Ya, itu tadi perbincangan saya dengan Mr. Gautam Anand, Vice President dari YouTube Asia Pacific. Kita berbincang lagi dengan beberapa tokoh inspirasional lainnya di CNN Indonesia Business dan referensi berikutnya.